Okay, here we go. Good. Right, so this is this is what it is. I'll put it on the screen just for now to show exactly how it's going to work. So, there we go. Bang. All right, so this is what it is. Oh, beautiful. I love nothing more than having a 1440 monitor. And having to resize it. So, the general idea of the run is meet the first dog in the game. Now, we spend a lot of time, and I cannot stress how much time we spend figuring out what counts as a dog in the game or not. So some of them are unquestionable, and some of them are a bit interesting. So, Final Fantasy 1, we're gonna play the game up until Mount Gulg. We're going to fight a Cerebus, and we all agree Cerberus is pretty much a dog. Now, what I really should do is when I get to the airplane, airplane, come on, how modern of me. When we get to the airship, I can fly directly to Mount Gulg, so that's what I should do, but I have to get the airship. So there's quite a lot of the run, maybe half of the run or more, that needs to be done before we actually get access to the airship. So I have to do the ice cavern, and I get the float thing of floating, and whatever. Final Fantasy 2. This is grim. I cannot tell you how grim this is. Pandemonium is the final dungeon. We're doing the entire FF2 run. FF3, World of Darkness. What's that I hear you say? The final dungeon. This is one of the final 4 bosses. So that's yep, that's right at the end. Tower of Zot, Flame Dog in Final Fantasy 4. Where's Tower of Zot, I hear you say? It's about halfway into the game, so like 2 hours in maybe. Well, it's less than 2 hours, but like halfway in. Final Fantasy 5, Karnak Forest. The good news is Karnak is pretty early on in Final Fantasy 5. FF6, Narsh. The thing we love about Narsh, this is the first area, it's the first town. So this Lobo will be very quick. In fact, I think it's the first fight, if not the second. FF7, Beginner's Hall. That's in Sector 7 slums, whatever the slums are. And it's on like the second floor or whatever of the Beginner's Hall room. So that's very early. That's like literally after the first dungeon. FF8, Timber is like the second or third town in the run. Now, the important thing, and this is very important, in the speedrun for FF8, when you get to Timber, the first thing you do is get on the train and do Renoa Skip. For those who don't know, Angelo is the name of Renoa's dog, and if you do Renoa Skip, you don't see Angelo. You would have to use her limit break, like Angelo Cannon or something, for the character model to show up. So it's very important that I don't skip Renoa and I run to the back of the train, and then I'll get to meet Angelo. Otherwise, we'll have to waste a lot of time. FF9, Trino. There's a dog by the Moogle. So Trino is early-ish Disc 2. So again, like 2.5, 3 hours in. But it's very early in the Disc 2. Final Fantasy X, Besaida Village. It's the second area in the game, so it's going to be nice and early. We can enjoy that. FF11. This is an interesting one. FF11 is just the hardest game in the world. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to play the run normally until I get to Urbiolane, and I'm going to warp to Pasho Marshlands. I don't know how to get there otherwise, so that's the best I can do. This is just the time of day, because enemies come out at night or daytime in Final Fantasy XI, depending on which, and then Bog Dog. Literally the only enemy, as far as I can remember, that's got the name Dog in the name. Like so far you'll notice the only one that's not actually a dog is the Wolf Devil, but 2 was awful. FF12, the Leviathan, Dreadnought Leviathan, it's like a couple of hours in. It's very early. Maybe like an hour and a half into the run. The Leviathan's like third area or something like that there when you go after Rabbit Mastiff, obviously a type of dog, we don't question that. FF13, Chapter 5. It's not super early in. Yeah, that's a couple of hours in, but that's Silver Lobo. You fight enemies that look like the Silver Lobo earlier, but they don't have. I don't think they're called Nax either. I think they are called wolves, or something. So Lobo, like it's a dog name. So we're trying to really like we dial this in. That's going to take a while. FF14, great news. Sestash is the first dungeon, so it's maybe like an hour and a half in or something. Scurvy Dog, great. Can't beat it. It's a dog. 15, Umbra is obviously the pet of Lunafreya or whatever. Noctis, I don't even know whose it is. Noctis or Lunafreya is one of the two. Long with Rest area is the second area in the game, nice and early on. FF16. I haven't even written down where you find Torgal. It's probably in the first cutscene or something like that. So, with that in mind, let's begin. It's going to be done in segments. It's important to mention. So it's currently 5:15 right now. So it's going to take an amount of time. Hopefully I get it done between today and tomorrow. If I don't get it done tomorrow, I should being the key word, have a bit of time on Saturday, but if I do, it's going to be late. So what I'll probably rather do is go late tomorrow and see. Guesstimate time, 20 hours or so. So, I think we're ready to rock and roll. What's up, Scandi? Hey, Miz, how's it going? Thank you very much. All right. So let's speedrun. 3, 2, 1, bloop. So yeah, it took longer than it should have to do that, because the thing is that there are a number of enemies in some of the games that have the appearance of dogs, but there are better examples of dogs, and I think we took this one maybe a little too seriously. We might have gone too far with this one. But hey, that's part of the fun. So it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. The other really nice thing is, for quite a few of the games, I'm actually doing an amount of the speedrun. So, not going to knock the chance to do to do a bit of practice while I'm here. So, what's the guard doing? What's the guard doing? I'm not even gonna entertain. Go! He baited me hard. So, Doggo percent is you play the game up until the first instance. 6, 7 of a dog, and then you split. So, yeah, it's basically find the first dog in the game, and then continue. Group DM together regarding earlier. Is it someone I can help, like nudge for a friend request? Alright. That's fine. So, there are a couple of considerations of things that can go on here. So we're fighting the ghoul, because that means that we'll get level 2 whenever we take down Garland. It's very nice to have. Having the rapier on Dan is nice. So even though we want him to die, because that's going to like sort out our party. That was a lot of damage on Dan. That's the thing. But yeah, even though we want him to die, it's also quite nice for him to do an amount of damage, so yeah. The thing is, it's quite nice for him to live all the way up until the pirates, because you can one-shot the pirates with the others, so it'll make that a little bit quicker. I was about to split for Garland, I don't know why, when my splits are at the end of each game, but whatever. Alright, well, and definitely like keep a track of that Mizzo, and if you don't get anything soonish, let me know and I can see if I can speed that up at all. Alright. Very nice, very nice. Oh, nutsack and a half. No, we're fine. Okay, we're kind of fine. So the reason why I'm like, ooh, I'll explain in a sec. Boom, boom, boom. Force an encounter, soft reset, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, It's all very precise. I'm updating my FF8. Notes, and I haven't finished them. And I don't know how far I got in them. And I don't know if I got to timber with them. So... Alright, let's see. Do you want to talk publicly about it, or shall we DM about it? I might be able to answer the question if it's about 14. But yeah, earlier on we were talking about stuff. So the thing, I guess the bottom line is the schedule for Legends is being released on Saturday. So, you know, we can't talk about what's on or off the schedule. Yeah, well, I guess we could. Okay, we could. we could. You wanna leak the schedule 2 days early? Would I get in trouble if I did that? I don't really know. Anyway, but probably not good practice to be in. So I think the best way to answer the potential question is the thing that Bowie mentioned to do with incentives is probably where we would be looking at that. I think that should make sense. Apparently they can't run from the easiest encounter in the game. Goblins are horrible in this game. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, up to Provoker. Splendiferous, onto the armor shop. The armor shop's on the left. It is on the left. Good. So yeah, wonderful step count. Towns don't increment steps, so whoopsie. Don't have to worry about things getting in the way and bits and pieces there, but everything on the world map and dungeons does. Yeah, let's get some gloves for Bo. Nope, that's the wrong person, but that's fine. Wooden shield for Ko. And a wooden shield for Cho. Should probably change the name of the characters in my notes. Let's talk to Bicky. I have indeed seen the messages for that, and yeah, there's some cool stuff there. For like, I guess, crowd involvement or audience involvement and stuff like that. I mean, if we're talking about incentives, that should definitely go either into Discord or DMs. But like that's that should answer that. We were talking about 14 earlier. And how that would go, or how it could work. And then one of the other things we were talking about was like balance. So if you look at the numbers, you can get like a rough idea on time. So when we were looking at like a 2-hour block or something, and where that would best be put. That might be a consideration as to why as well. Right. Ice for Bo. Delicious ice. Lovely soft reset. Okay. Again. Random people at the controls. Yeah, DM me everything, and then we can go into more detail. Because if you want to talk about 9 and Dissidia, then that'll have to go through DMs or whatever anyway. So yeah, and I mean, like well, we speak plenty often as it is, so you know I'll not be difficult to get a hold of on things. Alright. Okay, single ogres, that's okay. So I did do a little safety in my newty newts. Well, I mean the thing is that, you know, it's fine if you want to do it like I said in the server or individually or whatever it is. It's completely fine. We've offered both. Right, 590. Okay, so I am short on money, so we are going to do some healy heals. And we're going to force another encounter. So this isn't in Shein stuff, but I was like, because I noticed that if you just get single ogres, sometimes you can't afford the short sword and the inn. So I was like, oh, I wonder if there's another encounter before this shop that has what I need. It turns out there is. This is a scary encounter, though. Like, a Groger and 2 ogres is maybe a little goofy. Why is the Groger still alive? Why is the Groger still alive? How is the Groger still alive? Yes! Okay, we might be okay. And by okay, I mean we might win the fight. Alright, cool. Holy shit. Why am I not blowing? I should be burning all my ice spells right now. I'm a fool. Boom. Nice. Okay. Not bad. Big damage. Why they just don't die? I don't know why they don't die. Everything's got 1,000 hit points. Too many hit points. Bomba! Alright, here we go. One more. Come on, boys. Let's go. No problem. Easy peasy. Come on, boys. You can do it. You can do it. Big team energy. Ugh. Misses? Misses? Smack him up. Smack him up. Nice. Let's go. Level 4. Love to see it. Of course, planned. I don't have to provoke her. Don't need to clinic anyone because everyone's alive. Don't need to go to the bring back to life people shop. That was a weird way of saying that expression. The bring people back to life shop. That's what I call it. El Clinico. Alright. Sal. Cho. Rapier. Sal. Dan. Bye. Short sword. Choo. Okay. And to the innkeeper. Hard resetting, which resets the seed, which is why I was able to do the extra encounter and not go off steps. And on we go. Soft reset. So I'm just burning encounters here. think it is important whether I get encounters on land or sea. It's also really weird. Like, you get them at different points. This is kind of weird. But all good. Alright, so if you get 2 ogres, you use ice. Otherwise, it's just smack them up. But yeah, we've now got the short sword, so we've got a nice bit of damage on Cho. Obviously, we capitalized hugely on that. That's nice to have. So a big thing that we're pushing for is getting 2 silver swords at Elfheim. That makes us really powerful then. That would be huge to have. So the other thing as well that I have to keep an eye on is the fact that I do have the cure spell on bow. Because previously... I would always grab the lightning spell. I was like, damage! But now I've got the cure spell, so I can use it and should use it. Quite regularly, in fact. Alright. Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm worst at is tracking my HP in the run, because I'm just like, oh, it's fine, I'll heal when I'm supposed to heal, or when I use tents and stuff. And sometimes you get smacked up pretty bad in fights, and I'm just like, oops. Another single ogre. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this low experience. Back to Provoca. And to the clinic. So let's get another short sword. What's up, Tommy? How's it going? Short sword for Ko. Short sword for Ko. Ko. And a short sword. Rapier. Bye. Short sword. Ko. Let's get that on. And back to the innkeeper. We're soft resetting this time. Gruger. Good dice, the Grogers. They're known for having infinite hit points. Feel the power of my double short swords. My dueling short swords. I mean, 18 damage is pretty bad, but you know, it's okay. Actually, that was terrible. That was really bad damage from everyone. I mean, Bo can't do much. He's just got a rapier. Miss. Eee. It's pretty grim. Lovely. Go. Kazokus. Just quickly one-shot them all. I don't actually think we one-shot them at all. Oh gosh, I just realized Cho's health is like low. So, not a good thing at all. Do a little healing. Good. Nice. Nice. Lovely. Get a little healing. Good. God, my team are terrible. They can't hit at all. Just miss. Blind, 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 blind. Like, the blind status doesn't work in Final Fantasy 1. If you get blinded, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't change your accuracy whatsoever. I don't remember what it does do, but like it doesn't work the way it's meant to at all. And what they do instead of having the stat work is like they just make you miss a bunch. Single ogre. So this ogre grind just is really, really nice, and it gets better and better over time. So like, starts off, you know, pretty well. Forgiving, not too extreme. Get a nice bit of experience, nice bit of money. Pick up your short sword, go and do another round with more damage and your ice. And then the next round, get another short sword. And you're in a really good spot at that point. So I do like this grind a lot. Iguana. Ooh, Macarena. Finally. I don't actually think there's any reason to be icing anymore. Because I have the damage. Yeah. More ogres. Morgers. Mogers? Feel another iguana coming? And one last ogre for good measure. Burning some steps. I need to go to the clinic, and then back to the innkeeper to soft reset. No! Okay. And... counter to burn. Shark and Arsahag. There it is. Ogre, just for good measure. Interesting. Nice, good damage. My brain's not used to this, but it's okay. 6/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pures, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just a wee check. 6 and 8. And max out heals until I've got 2881 gold. That's the number. 60 would take me to 2876, so that's all we're getting. Why 2881? That's like, why a 1? Why do I need a 1 on the end? Is it like, do I sell something for like weird amounts of money? Must be. Like, there's no way I would have written that specific a number if I didn't need exactly that. Best site to buy to Steam? What do you mean by buy to Steam? That's a fine question. I've only ever bought Steam games on Steam in the games section. So I don't know otherwise. I've bought a lot of stuff from Good Old Games. Like I really like GOG. But those are usually games that you just play. I guess there's GOG Galaxy. I don't really. The problem is that my brain doesn't remember what that is and how that's different from anything. But yeah, as far as my memory's telling me, like, because I bought like the Dungeon Keeper collection on GOG, and I think it's just the games, and you just get the executables. I don't think there's any Steam stuff, but they might do some Steam stuff. But the honest truth is, I don't know. Sorry. What do we mean? Jan is broken? How did you not win with Miss Umbrella? Groger. That's not bad. So, I think the last game... I've had a couple of games of Malphite that felt really good, actually. I hadn't played Malphite in a while, and I felt really good on them. My Jax games haven't gone great. Like, I was under the impression that Jax was completely broken. Now, I know that Jax scales, so maybe I was just overestimating his early game. But yeah, I had some less good Jax games. Yeah, I've seen... Oh, I had a Maokai support the other day. Oh, people were being right dickheads in my game, right? 3,600. We have the money. Huge. If I didn't have the money, we would tank a wolf fight, get an ogre fight, and get some money. Money is very important to us. Don't need the clinic. Do need the Balaka magic shop. So, bow. Lit 2. Bow. Fire 2. And then armor shop. Hey, fyaw! How's it going? Gosh, such maths. Many maths. Okay, so sell. Go. Wooden shield. Sell. Cho. Wooden shield. Buy. Iron shield. Go. Buy. Iron shield. Cho. Buy. Wooden helmet. Go and buy a wooden helmet. Choo. Buy cap. Bow. Here we go. Iron, wooden, cap. And back to the innkeeper. Okay. Look around for the cheapest thing of getting the Uncharted collection for Steam. $60 on Steam? Seriously? That's... Seems like a lot. How many Uncharted games are there? 4? 5? Fire 2. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess the problem I've got is like, so, like the last game that I bought on Steam was Final Fantasy 13. How much does Final Fantasy 13 cost on Steam? £5. It's like pocket money. So yeah, I've not bought anything. I don't think I've bought anything expensive on Steam. I know. So basically, like, the only things I have on Steam that I've bought are like Startopia, gem from my childhood, best game in the world, and I mean the best game in the world. There is not a better game than Startopia. Yeah, no one's ever convinced me otherwise. Final Fantasy 7 PC, so that I could do the level 1 mod. Final Fantasy 8 PC because I it's like the category that we had to do for FF Relay 1 year. And then 13, I have, so that I don't have to get out my PlayStation 3 and hook up the capture setup to it. Oh, I was getting things sorted and settled here. Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing, like, Baldur's Gate is brand new. You're going to be spending $60 on a new game no matter what. The elephant home. Soft reset. Burned encounter. Ogre. Ogreroso. Hey Jericho, how's it going? I'll tell you what though, I could not have been more excited last night when I got the no encounters armor in FF10. It was like literally the most exciting thing ever. So I did some playing around and messing around with stuff to see if I could have gotten a peaceful armor. Sorry. Oh my goodness, for one of the swimmers, but it wasn't gonna happen. It was basically only rolling between Orin and Kamari. So that's okay though. This means I need to be aware. Good. Cause I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, what? Ding dang dong. Wonder if I can get the two shot on the ogre now. Perhoops. Oh, didn't one shot the creep. Sad. Oh, grim. That's fine. These guys are invincible, they can't be killed. We're still at level 7, like. Okay. So when I did my testing of the stuff here, I think I pretty reliably got level 7 on this whole cycle of encounters. Because this is a bunch of fights to be doing. But they are chained so nicely together. Like I did spend quite a bit of time in all the areas figuring out. Oh my goodness me! Like how I could get combinations of ogres and creeps and ogres and grogers rather than. Holy goodness! They're all here. Every single one of them. Ow! Ow! Maybe like don't do that. Oh, balls. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Oh, it works actually, that's fine. No, whatever we settled on, I feel very strongly is the best it can be. I think it's as strong as it's ever going to go. The only thing it would make it better is practicing it. But that's no fun. We don't do that here. You know, we've got a damn good plan, though. So... Yes! Perfect. Level 7. Good. That worked out really well. So, into the end. Let me hard reset. No, don't do that, elf boy. Yeah, that's right. Hard reset. And away we go. Run encounter. Oh, just ogres. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, a lot of them are like halfway into the game. Give or take, so... It's just time, not difficulty necessarily. Oh, some of them like I've never even seen the enemy before. So that's gonna be a thing. Like in FF11, I've never seen a bog dog before. I don't know what a bog dog in Pashoy Marshlands looks like. I don't know how to find that, but you know, we're gonna do our best. Outstanding. Thanks, Mizu. Oh, nice, we got the group chat. Big. Okay. Tent for healing. And into Marsh Cave. I like to fight Muck. A lot of people don't. I find it quite soothing. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. So I did adjust some of the steps as well. Try and make them as easy as possible. Just disgusting. Ugh. Blah. Bat check. Right through me. Fucking spider scum. Oh gosh, not good. No poison. Nice. Take those. Or. Alright. Another back attack is not cool. Alright, we got away. That's nice. Alright. Iron armor. Sure. Pure and heal. Cool. Let's fight some wizards. Wizard. 3 wizards. That's fine. Not terrible. Loot 2. Nice. No problem. That's not nice. Hey, yeah. Really? Whip. Ew. Okay, that was fine. Not great, but that's okay. I'll take that. Okay. I hope we don't get ambushed. I don't know. It's weird, and different people will advise like different things. Like some people will just say it's all about the fundamentals, and some people will say it doesn't even like knowing the champion isn't especially important, or it's not like super high value. Another ambush, love it. Yeah, all good. So looking ready to get the schedule for Legends out on Saturday, which would be great. Now we're onto the fun part. I'm seeing how much fun can we have in the room and charity stuff. And then in the not too distant future, we will be starting to build the set, I guess. Which should be really good fun because it's in a space that we've not actually streamed from in a long time. And yeah, there's some cool stuff in the works for that. So that'll be really fun to explore and play around with. Yeah, I mean, everything ultimately will matter, Jericho. But I think there's some people who will say about how important it is to have vision and getting control awards and good practice with that kind of stuff, and then there'll be people who will be like, don't even think about vision until you're like into platinum or diamond or whatever, because at anything before then is so low elo it won't even matter. Like, there are other things that are more important to focus on. But then, like, you've got macro stuff and rotations. Some things are just wild. And I think, like, tempo and base timers would be, like, something I wouldn't expect. Until a fairly high level of understanding of the game, or level in the game. House, tent, reset, counter, burn this. Up to I-XVI Castle. Lovely. And then we go. Ooh, that's toss. I wish to kill you. Yep. I've seen that, Jericho. Like, seen a lot of people get caught out. I think it's oh, thank gosh. I'm so glad that missed. Yeah, death on your mage is not what you want in this fight. They're the one that's doing all the damage. Physical attacks are incredibly weak against I-XVI. But magic, oh boy. But also, no deaths means everyone gets experience, which I love. I'm also like, I don't know, I've got this like really... no, I think it's... okay, I'm sure it's an incredibly normal thing. But like, everyone gets the same experience if everyone lives every fight, which means everyone levels up in the same fights. And it's just nicer to have everyone the same level and everyone level up at the same time. I just like it. Doggo percent is very simple. As soon as you see your first dog in game, your game is complete and you move on to the next one until you have met the first dog in every Final Fantasy. A nice, like, fun one. I do indeed. So the first one in FF1 is the Cerebus, which is in Mount Gulg. So as soon as we've got the airship, we can access that. In fact, you might be able to get... Can you get it with a canoe? You might be able to get it with the canoe, actually. But I'm going to get it when I get the airship. I'm wondering if you can get there with a canoe, though. Like, I know it's surrounded by shallow water. Is that maybe the way to... Yeah. But, yeah. Don't remember if you can get there with a canoe. But my mind's like the volcanoes on an island, which is surrounded by shallow water. But can you get... I think it's surrounded by shallow water anyway. I'm thinking, like, can you get to the shallow water? Like, is that a thing? Nice, nice. Level 8. Nice. Oh gosh. I don't even think. Weapon store. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'll need time to think, sorry. Sell bow, rapier, sell short sword, sell short sword, buy silver sword, yes. Buy silver sword, yes. Silver swords are broken. They're so strong. Soft reset. Burned encounter. On we go. Fuck. It's okay, hopefully. Sure. Alright, let's quickly have a look. Okay, Cerebus, not too far in. Pandemonium is the end of 2, but 2 is only like a 2-hour run, so... yeah, I'm a step behind, that's okay. We'll deal with it. 3 is at the end, but it's quite short. 4 is in the at the end, but it's quite short. 5 is early on. Six is really early. 7's really early. 8's early. 9 is like 3 hours in. So maybe 9 right now. Tens is really early in. 11s isn't particularly late. 12 is fairly early. Ooh. I don't know if 13's in chapter 5, but I don't know if that's more than Trino. Um... 14's early, 15's early, 16's early. It could be 9. 9 or 13 is my guess right now. I think so, yeah. But everything, like every run's gonna be fairly girthy. Like that was the thing that became quite obvious. Although okay, that's not true. An amount of them are girthy. 7's very short as well, but overall, I think a lot of them are substantial. Walking around the castle like I'm lost. Why am I so sleepy today? Gee willikers, man. I don't know what's up with me. It's crazy. The hammer. Cooper Gundlat. Doodle dum dum dum. Doodle doodle dum. Slogan. Cornelia Castillo. Yeah, 6 is really nice. Silver Lobo. TNT and dynamite. Oh my gosh, body, stop being bad. Scoodle-doodle-doo. So, silver dagger. Silver hammer. Not my silver sword. Silver long sword's really powerful. I want that weapon. See, but also, now we get all the healing. So, tense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did we check? 17 potions, 17 tenths. Okay, well, never mind. Okay, well, I have to assume I counted correctly then. Maybe I'll do a check later. I'll just write like 19 total. Oops. Just wrote 19 tit. That's fine. We're maxing out heals. Nice. Come on, eyes. You can do it. You can do it. Yep, 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 yep. And we go. Okay. Here we go. Well, we're back. What? What? Oh. And we're back. That's kind of weird. Okay. Amazing. La 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 la. Time to take the money from all of the chests. Gimme money and all of your items, and I will go sell them, and I will become richer for them, and then I will go and join all the dwarves. Wait, what? Oh no, I won't. Dwarf cave, dwarf cave, dwarf cave, dwarf cave. Lovely. On we go. Yes, all of the doggies. Well, actually, no, not all of the dogs. That's not true. Okay. Dragon sword, oh, empty. Dragon sword. Cabin. Boom. Okay. So it is get to the first dog in the game and split. So the first dog in FF1 is in Mount Gulg. So as soon as we can head there, we're gonna go find ourselves a dog. A lot of the dogs are enemies, but not all of them. Some of them are pet dogs. You know, and that you know, that's nice. That's good. All right, a lot. Chain armor, wooden helmet. Copper gauntlet, chain armor, wooden helmet, chain armor, iron shield, wooden helmet, iron gauntlet, iron gauntlet, iron helmet. Iron helmet, empty. Iron armor. Empty. Silver armor. Iron gauntlet. No. Iron gauntlet. Iron helm. Iron gauntlet. Iron armor. Iron helm. Silver armor. Ahead we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I am now unkillable. A reading dog service today. Hard reset with my next to no money. Okay. To tell the last reader that the library is closing. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Boom, boom, boom. Smack. Oof, big damage roll. Not as big damage roll. Enough to kill? Easy. Yeah, we're like ogre slaying machines now. But I mean, what a world to, you know. Try and be able to talk and play a stupid video game at the same time, huh? You know, not have to worry about that. And just be in love with reading. Sandy, this is not the New Year's 1 to 16. This is a refined meme run to find the first dog in every game. So, New Year's Marathon is still happening at New Year's. Will always be at New Year's. Forever and ever, amen. But yeah, I've decided to do some fun runs as well. They'll probably go in favor of practicey once we get closer to the marathon. No detours, Maltface. Some of them you go to a different place early because you don't need to go there otherwise and stuff, but I think like there will definitely be some tricky stuff. So I say that because there are some games where I've never gotten the dog or seen the dog before. So FF1's very easy. Like finding a Cerebus in Mount Gulg is fine. I'll just run until I find one. You know, that'll be okay. FF2 will be very difficult because the Devil Wolf is in Pandemonium, which is the final dungeon, and you want to avoid every single encounter, basically, in 2. And they're hyper dangerous when you do get them. Because the reason why, like, you can beat 2 so easily. Joe, Coral Sword, bow empty. Bow, Coral Sword. Is because it's single enemies. So it's not too bad to just defend or run away and then hit the enemy with your character who's got the firebook on slot 4. But when you've got multiple enemies, like, that means that they get turns. And that's not something we can really handle that well. Well, that wasn't painful at all. Let's have a look and see very quickly at some of the other ones. So, oh, wow, what an ugly, ugly fight. So that's going to be really tricky. FF3, World of Darkness, it's literally one of the bosses. FF4, Tarvzot, Flamedog. Flamedog, first enemy in Tarvzot, but very near the end of the run that I do. But it's in the run that I do. Karnak Forest, Wild Knack, in the run that I do. 6, Narsh Lobo right at the start, yeah. FF7, we do a detour to go to Beginner's Hall to find the dog there, but like, you know, you go to Beginner's Hall, but you know, that's a big whatever kind of thing. 8, Timber, yes, that will be a, instead of doing Renoa skip, we just run up to the top of the train to get Angelo, so that will be a detour, but very minor, all things considered. FF9, the Trino Moogle, I mean, yeah, you pass it, so that's not really out of the way. Besaid Village Dog, you do that normally in the run as well. FF11 is going to be the weirdest one, or the hardest one, or the most difficult, or whatever. Pasho Marshlands, Bog Dog, from 8 PM to 4 AM. Never seen that enemy before. So I'm just going to play the game until I get Irby Lane, and then just teleport there. And see if I can find one. Then 12, Dreadnought Leviathan Mastiff. That's just like on the way in the run. 13, Chapter 5, Silver Lobo, on the way in the run. Sastasha Scurvy Dog, on the way in the run. Longmouth Restaria Umbra, on the way in the run. Torgal, on the way in the run. So, very minor detours, honestly, all things considered. Very on the way. Basically said, gamers are the problem, not us. That's wonderful news. It's weird, isn't it? Like, I don't want to say that there's an association that one might get with Blizzard. And the idea of, well, hey, no, this is what you want, right? Why are you complaining? We're doing it right. You know, we know what you want, and that's what you're getting. But then, you know, there are always tricky things and arguments to be had. So, like, I was watching a thing earlier, and it was about an indie game dev, and someone came to them and said, your game's got no story. And he's like, what are you talking about? It's a story-based game. Like, it's all story. And they said, oh, I don't like reading text. So I skipped all of it. And you're like, well, wait, what? And it's like, so it's not that, okay, I need to be careful of this bat. This bat could screw me. This bat really needs to go to the left. To the left. To the left. Okay, it could go to the right, but I don't want to risk it. Bat. Bro! Are you serious? Are you serious? The bat wins. The bat wins. The bat won this game. That's it. The run's over. We lose. I can't win. So, I literally cannot get to the door if the bat's in this court. I can't pass this bat. It needs to be out of the way. I literally have to wait. No, I could have gone past it when it was like back and forthing on the second row, but my God, that's just painful. This is painful. I don't even know what games Blizzard's been releasing of late. Come on, please. I could. Yeah, I'll just boot up 2. No reason to wait. Okay, I'm just gonna go down 1. See if that encourages the AI of the bat to come to the left. Do you know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm just gonna go put on the cattle because it'll still not be back by the time I'm here. The bat knows that I've come to kill the vampire and he wants to save it. Okay, I can still move 1 more down and he has room to get past. Come on, bat. No. Yes. No. No. Oh my god. Oh, I swear. If the other bat fucks me over. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's queue up. This is dead. This is... Never in my life. Let's go. What the fuck? Oh, come on. Thank you for the 899 bits, Orbos. Hurrah! Can it tell? Can it sense my... It can taste my tears of frustration. Oh, Boulder, thank you for 16 months. Why are my notifications not coming up? That's really upsetting. Oh my god, it was so close. Why was I not paying attention to the screen? Okay, let's go. Okay, come on. Up. Ha! Got you. Hoorah! Let's go! That counts, right? That was the dog. We did it! That was painful. Oh my Gideon. Never in my life. Maybe it was the dog inside. You know the bummer is that the cattle boiled. Ooh, 4 wizards. Interesting. Definitely want to keep my lit 2 for the wizards. Unless it's a like 2 wizard fight, in which case I want to save my lit 2 for the image fight afterwards, but that's fine. Yeah, it could happen. Like ultimately, I don't own this fight or own this hallway. The bats are very much the gatekeepers. There's incredibly little I can do. Like this is their territory. I'm just living it. Okay, what are we? What's it gonna be, boy? Ooh, boop, boop, go. Okay. All right, we're good. So yeah, if I had my Fire 2 charge, I could fight this image one that would go well, or the next one. Whichever I would choose. Unlikely to happen though, with the thing in the wizard. Such a high density of bats. They all know. Oh my gosh. He literally caught me as I was going out. They're too good. Can 2 bats fit here? Okay, they can go. Good, good, good. Oh, come on. He knows. They know exactly where I want to go. Like, that was the most coordinated assault from bats I've ever seen in my life. Arachnoid. Weird. Weird. Boo. Rules. Alright, let's go. I'm sorry, what? Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples. I have nipples. Can you milk me, Greg? House, tent. Hard reset. And up the earth cube for some grindy. You ready to do some grindy? Too funny. Ugh. Big poison snake. Nice. And earth, wind, water, fire. It's just stuff. Nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Bulu. Bomba. Another one. Freedom. Las Vegas. Tempt. Softy, softy. Mhm. Yeah. Zonk, zonk, zonk. Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. To Melmond. Give me some health and such. Okay, there was no disaster. So I don't need it to bring everyone back to life. It's always good. Wait, it does? That's really interesting. I can probably fix that, I think. That's really weird. Like, the reason for it will have been that the original ones, obviously, the splits didn't have 16, because 16 didn't exist. But I'm sure I've done, like, I have done 16.1 since. I must have just not saved it or updated or whatever, but I think it's sorted now. Yeah, should be right. Grey tax. Money! Money! Silver helmet. Yes. Isn't canon. Oh, that would make my life so much easier, I cannot tell you. Imagine not having to do that in the New Year's marathon. Just have another super chill Iron Helm. Silver Helm equip, and tent. And Soft encounter. Soft encounter. Soft reset. We just get to chill and just do FF1 to 15. Why is Morgana jungle a thing? I don't know, but I've seen it like in a couple of games recently. It's definitely a thing people are doing. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of people try different jungle champs at the minute. Although I did hear about what was the one that people were talking about? Was it Yankos was playing someone who you never play in jungle, and then other people were like, oh, this must be meta, so, or this must be whatever, so they just copied him. But I don't remember what champion it was. But it was definitely one of these, like, not jungle champions that you wouldn't actually, like, sincerely play, in jungle. I don't know if anyone wants to look up Yankos' match history and find the one that looks rogue. That could be it. But Morgana can be an absolute pain though. Like, I feel like her route lasts forever. I'm not saying it isn't up to, you know, you to dodge the skill shot, but like, I feel like tenacity got nerfed really hard for some reason, even though I know it hasn't. It just feels like it has. I don't know why, but I've just been feeling like all CC just feels like it lasts longer than it had before. Oh. It's either that, or it could also be like people are doing more CC champs. The other thing as well is that I never run Merc Treads. I am the asshole who pretty much always either goes Swifties or CDR boots. I either want damage or mobility. I want something that's going to make me either hit more or hit faster. I'm like, I don't want to armor my boots. Sometimes I'll go steel caps or Merc Treads. Mercs are probably what you should be getting. I can top it in most of the time. But yeah. Stunfisk. All right, here we go. Take 2. Where are the bats this time? Alright, here we go. Back country. I think we're looking good. Many enemies. Ooh, a big hit. Long pass from Letty. Cabino. Silver shield. Money. Iron shield, silver shield on. Super powerful now. Cannot be hurt. Escaping to the one place that has been ruined by capitalists. Good on you. Oh wow, nice stun. Great, love it. Yeah, I didn't wanna escape from the fight anyway. No big deal. I totally fire to this. Nice. Yeah, we're good on health. True. Mootroos. Alright, one more time to be wrecked by the bats. Rats. What's he gonna do? No, no. Okay. He really had the chance. He was going for it. Right. Should be fine. Looking good, looking good. Glitch time. Yeah, very similar Canton, so find the first dog in the game, split, move on to the next game. Repeat until you get through 16 games, profit. $32 is a really low roll. 20, that's pretty low as well. Not a good turn one. Although it doesn't look like he used Ice 2 in his first round, which is great for me. Great, love it. There's the Ice 2. Whoa! Okay, not messing around. 29, not great. Please give me a huge Fire 2 roll. 110, pretty good. Okay. Not bad. Got him. Good. Worked out. Oh no! We mapped this out for a longer than you would think. But with that said, 2 does not have an actual dog. It's called, I think it's Wolf Devil is the enemy that we're looking for. Or we're going to be, that's the dog. Yeah, Wolf Devil. But believe me when I tell you that we did everything we could to find the most dog-like in the game. So I can run you through the list for each game. Okay, we've got an encounter here. So FF1 is Cerebus, which is like Cerberus, pretty easy to justify being a dog. 2 is Wolf Devil, 3 is Cerberus, 4 is Flame Dog, 5 is Wild Knack, Knacks are dogs in 5. 6 is Lobo, Lobo's the type of dog, 7 is the dog in Beginner's Hall, 8 is Angelo, which is obviously a dog. FF9 is the dog that's with the Trino Moogle, FF10 is the dog in Besaid, FF11 is an enemy called Bog Dog, 1, 2, 3 in Pashu Marshland. FF12 is the Mastiff in the Leviathan. FF13 is the Silver Lobo in Chapter 5. FF14 is the... Oh, it's something dog in Eustachius. No, Sastachius. Scurvy Dog? Scurvy Dog. FF15 is Umbra. And FF16 is Torgal. No. Little sunshine. Yeah, so it was like the barrier to entry very high. Everyone's alive. Just going in for healing purposes. So the first thing is like I'm gonna have to count. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Angelo's early on. 5, 6, 7, 8. So a lot of games have got 9, 10, 11. A lot of games have got wolves. 12 early on. 13. A lot, but very few of them. 14. 15 have got actual dogs. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Armor shop. So yeah, it like when you actually like start looking up all the like enemies and NPCs and stuff like that. Iron helmet. Done. Iron shield, cool. Iron shield, cool. Iron gauntlet, iron helm, iron gauntlet, buckler, bow, buckler, Dan, silver shield, cool. Silver helmet. Cool. Buy silver gauntlet. Cool. Buy silver gauntlet. Choo. Armor. Now that you mention it, silver gauntlet, silver shield, silver gauntlet, silver helmet, buckler. In Dalit, you're right. That's totally a dog. On the basis that its name is I-XVI Dog. Oh yeah, so a rule for all of these is it has to happen after you gain control of your character, kind of thing. There's no good reason for that. It just makes it a little bit more, I don't want to say legitimate, because it's like, you know, a speedrun starts on new game. It doesn't start on first input of character or anything like that. So, that's very much a home rule. What's up, Pineapple? How's it going? Yeah, no, like that's absolutely correct. I-XVI Dog is totally the right thing. In Dalit, that's definitely the one. It'll be like an hour in or something. Great shite. I need to update that. I don't remember there being a dog in Zell's house. I don't know if there's a dog in the upstairs or something, but you can't get to the upstairs at the beginning of the game, from what I remember. But I don't think there is. And then the living room, I'm very sure there isn't, because you go in there to like so that you can play Zell's mom cards. So there might be one in the upstairs. Yeah, I mean, Angelo is a very easy pick. What's up, Red Menace? How's it going? But yeah, 360 Dog, I don't know why. How did we not escape this fight? Yeah, I don't know why that didn't come up. Yeah, for a lot of them, it was just finding a dog. Like, never mind the earliest dog. Well, we'll keep an eye out. I mean, it'll be in Dole anyway, so we'll see. Don't really. That's the thing. It's like the NPC portion. I don't remember very well of it. I mean, I can run it, but you never. I'm never looking at the other things, like the background stuff, to see what's there. So there might be one, but honestly, I don't remember. Is the honest truth. Oh, shite. Ah. Okay. I mean, the other thing as well is that we're not going to get there until tomorrow at the earliest. So I can always do a little bit of a checky. Snoot. Oh boy, Cho's on low health and I did not realize. You can totally go to Balam before, yeah. Alright, we can do a little sneak and peek. Please escape. Please escape. Please escape. Thank you. Gold bracelet to bow, silver armor, gold armlet, weapons, Joe, heal staff, dragon sword, coral sword, silver sword, Joe, ice sword, and bow, silver sword. Yep. Here we go. Zombie D Fur 2. Gee, come on, guys, just kill them. Eesh. What the ever-loving fuck? You know? You know? Blooming heck. Okay. Holy blooming goodness me. Gosh. Jolly goodness. Another. Ah. Perma-stunned. Choga. On we go. Cadino. No, this is, it's baby cousin, something like that. This is, get to the first dog in each game. The 1-16 marathon will be on 20, I can't even, it's either the 26th or 27th of December. I would be willing to bet if you type in exclamation... Oh, it won't work on YouTube. Because commands don't work on YouTube. Let me think. What's the command? If someone can someone please type !marathon and see if it does anything? See if something see if a command pops up, or !event. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't even remember what it is. New? Because the thing is, maybe I just haven't activated it. No, there are no mod-only commands here. But normally the command is event. So it probably just doesn't. I probably just haven't activated it. Now what you could do this is another, like, I'm totally like pitching out here as if this is going to be just true. If you go to the website bit.ly/1-6 like I-XVI, it might take you to the website. I say website, it's not a website, it's a Google Sheet. Nope, that didn't work. Hang on, let me find it. I'm just maxing out potions until I've got 8,000 monies, so... I thought I updated it. Let's see... No, it's definitely... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, bit.ly/I-XVI. It's all there. For sure, Jericho. Does it say the date? 27th of the 12th, 23. There it is. Glad we didn't have to take the long way around. So there you go, the 27th of December. Although I might move it forward to the 26th. And the only reason for that is that I like it to finish on the 1st, and because we're adding in 16, it's going to be a substantial addition. So I think if I start on the 26th, that should guarantee it finishes on the 1st. I think. It's not a 5-day marathon anymore, sadly. It's not only 120 hours. Who knows? Like, the reality is that it changes event to event. So sometimes you get the Akko Assault. Sometimes you'll get the, like, every character named the same. Sometimes we'll get a lot of butts. Everyone named Sephiroth in FF7. We've had the Stumbles saga. And then, of course, Ironboard. That's the most important one. Hey, there's only one way to find out, Jericho. One day it might happen. I'll never tell until... until I guess when the wheel out there is like, yeah, I got 10 grand to just throw out. Oh, it's not that. I can tell you that. But it still stands. If I go 100% full-time on streaming, I will absolutely do all games. Me and Inside. And then I will also fuck! I forgot to revive Dan. I'm a dum-dum. I told myself as well because I equipped him and my brain just shattered into 1,000 pieces. Whatever. It's not a big a deal, but it's whatever. Just silly. Anyway, nah, DLC is not side game. DLC is DLC. Substantial as they are, and the episodes are very cool, DLC is not a side game. Yeah, I don't want to die. I mean, unless I did like I'm going to do every single piece of Final Fantasy content. Which I could do. I'm not against that, but that would not be 24 hours. That would be like, gosh, 16 on, 8 off, something like that. Or maybe 14-10? Something like that. I think something like that would be reasonable. Here we go. Hell yeah. There are very few things in this world that I wouldn't do, but like, yeah, the only way that anything like that would play, honest, I would have to be, it would have to be full-time. Because that would take like a month. Like, there's no job. I mean, maybe even more. Like, no job would you be given that much leave to do every single Final Fantasy game that exists. Chocobo minigame for the Celestial Blindfolded? Do you mean to get the mirror? Like, I don't think... No one's getting Catch Your Chocobo. No one's getting 0 second Capture Chocobo. Or, yeah, Catch Your Chocobo in Blindfolded. That's just not happening. Now... Oh, there it is. Oops. As far as getting like the Celestial Mirror, i.e., doing the like Remium Temple thing, you could maybe get like the first one where you do 0 chests. I reckon you could probably do that blindfolded. Like the one where you just go around in circles and get the mirror. That's probably doable. See, the thing with the minigame is that there's no audio cues. Like, so you wouldn't know, like, when you were... unless you were mashing to open chests. Like, you wouldn't know where you were. Because I don't think there are any audio... I don't remember there being any, like, pitter-patters or anything like that. But you don't, like... The terrain doesn't ever change, so even if you're hearing the... of a chocobo foot. Don't think... Yeah. But you are just like going in a circle, so... That's true. But I don't know, if you're fast enough, you could maybe even hit one of them. Yeah, but they just slow you down, I think. Or, like, you get a penalty. Nothing makes me happier than yeah, getting stun locked by the undead. Nice miss. huge, so many levels, so powerful. Thanks, Frazee. Flame sword. Alright, so Star Ocean 2 Remake, pretty sure they made one of the post-game group fights nearly impossible in the highest difficulty without using a certain strat. What? That's interesting. So, not an online game. Seems odd that there would only be like one strategy. Like, unless that's like, you know, a common thing in the game. Oops. Show iron armor. Yeah, trust me, some dogs are harder to find than others. But they're out there. For giant fools. Two of the bosses at the same time. Both of them want you to physical attacks, so you can't ignore all the magic you build around it. The stand calls a certain piece of equipment become literally immortal and they do 0 damage to it as long as it's active. Okay, I mean, that doesn't sound entirely like wild. There are a number of games where there's not like the item that makes the game broken or anything, but like good luck doing X without Y. But yeah, you all know how well I can handle two bosses at the same time. I'm a master of multitasking. Someone should put my Leon Cloud fight in the Hall of Fame. I'm taking so much damage from the ghosts. It's brutal. Here feels cheap because the fact you build an entire party around it using it, getting over again. Well, I mean, if there are other ways of doing it, that could be really cool. Like, that could be super exciting to find out. I mean, like, you're not going to see anyone in Final Fantasy VIII speedrunning. Like, going into Ultimecia and being like, you know what, I'm not going to use heroes for this fight. Down to hole. Boom, boom. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh gosh, Cho just got absolutely blasted in the face, didn't he? Like, Exifer to the face. Ouch. Gah! This... Ooh. Ooh. You know what I mean? Ay, 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 ay. Hmm? Oh. As much as possible, no. Only if absolutely necessary. Check. By unequipping. What am I? Oh, right for that. Gerpede. Jug. I do write unequip. I wanted to buy that. Okay, tempt. They one-shot you with physical attacks, I mean they're doing max damage every hit, even when I had highest possible defense. Well, I mean, that sounds like there only is one way of doing it then. Like, some sort of cheese. Like, what's your alternative? Like, what else can you do? Like, it doesn't sound like it's... like FF8 where it's... or FF9 Hades. Ah, right, okay. Where the ever-loving hell is Mount Gulg. Here it is. This is the Mount Gulg thingamajig. But where's the damn thing? No, it's not. Is this not the... No, this is... ice. Where's Mount Gulg? Help. I don't know the map. 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 Okay, fuck it. Let's do... So this is Gaia, right below us. Mount Gulg surely just below Gaia, right? How do I not know where Mount Gulg is? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Find Mount Gulg. Okay. Why have I not written Gulg? What have I written? Gurgu? Gurgu volcano. Okay. Right. Can I get to Alpine? So... Well, yeah, I thought that. I don't know where that is. I did get the shopping done in time. Like this feels... Oh, here it is. I knew it. Let's save, just in case. That's not how you save. How do I save? Oh, tent. Or a cabin. Boom! Alright, let's get it. Okay, all we need is a Cerebus. Hyena, that's not a Cerebus. Yeah, like I literally got into the shop at 5 minutes to 10. Nope. Oh gosh, many one can only imagine. Where are the Cerebus? I don't think they're only on a certain floor. I really hope they're not on a certain floor. I didn't write down a floor if there are. Muck. Cerebus. Damn peas. Floor 3. Like B3? Of course it doesn't tell you. Why would it tell you? Nope. Ruse? Nice spell. I assume this is floor 3, right? Assuming you start on floor 1, then you go down to floor 2, and then floor 3. Or Hydra. Oh my goodness, are you for real? Where are you? This might be an unrunnable. Indeed. Cool. Cerebus! Boom! Split. Let's go! Alright. Final Fantasy 2. Here we go. Speed it. Alright, ready? Oh god, I need to do the thing. Switch game to FF2. Boom, done. Open layout, NES, 2, boom. Switch camera, 2, NES, boom. Zoom. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, FF2 start. Yeah. Are horses not just large dogs? Oh, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Nice, good fight. Good death, good death, good death. Ah, oop. Oh. Dear, dear. I don't know, but I don't want to think about it. So I don't. Because I know it's in Pandemonium, and that's right at the end. Well, so we're not going to get there tonight, sadly, because 6. I'll be stopping in an hour, and then we will continue tomorrow when I get up. No, it's not Slayer. This is the best time of year. It's interesting to me that people think that this is what it is. How could I have messed up the split? But no, the New Year's marathon is always going to be at New Year's. This is just for dogs. But yeah, this is just until we find the first dog in each game. So pretty cool. Oh, that would be terrifying to find out, wouldn't it? What a horrifying revelation that would be. Like, it would be really scary to find out this is actually the New Year's marathon, and just my brain just didn't process. I'd be like, what? How did this happen? How could this happen to me? Etc., 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 etc. But I could believe that happening. Like, I could totally, like, when the day comes, I know that I'm, like, it'll just, not like it'll sneak up on me, but like, it'll just be there, and I'll be like, well, this is, a lot sooner than I remember it being. I'll be like, wait, what? But I'm not ready. That's what will happen. But I have done it many times and I've not been ready. And it's always worked out, so... I think we'll be fine. Right? I'm going out for like a wild assumption that it'll be like 140 hours. I think that's realistic and probably not like excessive. In actuality, we will have to see what happens. But I honestly don't think it would be unfair to give it 140, like 6 days, yeah. So like 6 days would be 144, right? So yeah. But I really think that's not unreasonable, because you've got the length of 16. On top of everything else. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Hey, thanks, Keg. But it's the reality is that the run doesn't add a day to the marathon. Hey, thanks very much for the read, Shane. Oh, I'm so sorry people feel forced. But hey, how's it going? I haven't actually been on Twitch to see what people have been running. So because I think you finished White Mage yesterday, right? You got like a 20-minute PB in solo White Mage, I think. Yeah, it's play the game until you get to the first dog. It's very, very cool. I say it's very cool. I mean, I think it's fun, but oh, hang on. I assume from what I've just read, it was an actual 90% run. Cursed Equip Challenge. Oh, is that the mod that you've done? Thanks, Harvey. You equip it, it never comes off. Sounds perfect. Love it. I mean, I imagine an amount of it might feel not dissimilar to like an initial equip run. I can confirm that FF2 does not actually have any dogs. So what we've done is, when deciding for the criteria of what a dog is, the priority goes absolutely a dog. That's number 1. Is another word for a dog, even though the word isn't actually dog, but is definitely means dog. 7. Also, by the way, if I am disjointed in my talking, it's because I have to count every single step so that I can skip encounters with healing. So, for example, there are 2 Lobos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a Mastiff. So the only game that doesn't actually have anything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that is either an actual dog or an accepted name for a dog is 2. So rather annoyingly, we have to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pandemonium. So we're going all the way to the final dungeon, and we're going to be fighting, or we're going to be seeing a devil wolf or a werewolf? No, hang on. I forgot what it's called. I think it's a devil something. Well, the thing is, it's not something that looks like a dog. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the labeling. So, like, there are things that look dog-like, but aren't actually called anything remotely dog-like. No, it has to be a canine dog. Where are we? Come on. Eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, a wolf is not a dog. And it's certainly not a doggo. But yeah, so 1 and 3, Cerberus is the enemy that we've opted for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for example, like in Final Fantasy 1, the Cerberus, there is other enemies that have the same sprite but aren't labeled with a dog name. So they are lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the priority. The FF12 one is the Mastiff in Leviathan Airship. No, it's not Skyforge's Bahamut. It's way earlier than that. It's Airship Leviathan or Spaceship. Why the hell did I just say Spaceship? Yeah, the Spaceship Leviathan. You know when you go to space in Final Fantasy 12? That one. No. The Mastiff is definitely more of a dog than Thextera. So the priority is 100% on the naming convention. First, rather than aesthetic or anything else. 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That might have been 4. I'm not actually 100% sure that was 4 anymore. Okay, it was good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, sorry if I'm not keeping up with things. Again, it's just hard to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 40, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 3, up to 3 left. Salmando. Because in 2, every single step increments your step counter. So, including towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So even though you do a lot of hard resets to reset your steps, you don't always do it. So yeah, this is the hardest one to. I get like unless you've memorized your steps, like visually, it's like the hardest one to do the run and read chat as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 6. So yeah, Cerberus in 1 and 3. It's quite funny actually that a number of the dogs are in the final dungeon or near the end of the run. The problem is I can't say like the end of the game because the dog in FF4 is Flame Dog, which is in Tower of Zot. But it's near the end of the no credits warp speedrun, which is the category that I do. I don't think anyone's dead. All good. Everyone to full health. Balls. Cure. Lovely. And save on all slots. I can recommend learning the FF2 Nintendo run. There are quite a few. Runners who've also done 2. I say that, I think there are like maybe like 2. I don't actually know how many. This could be the wrong pack, I'm not actually sure. It's been a long time since I've done this, but we'll figure it out. Okay, that looks good. So I'm manipulating these fights and the encounters. Hang on, I'll go from the start. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm hard resetting so that I get this, like, the beginning seed without having to do anything. Or like I'm resetting my seed for that. Then I'm manipulating encounters by buffering my movement. Then if you do the same input, well, same action for every single character, you get the same RNG every single time. So I buffer my movement to get the Ogre and Land Turtle, and then while I'm running away, I buffer my movement to get the Mage Soldier fight. Then I do the same action every single time, so Warp All, Fight, Wall All, and then I'm going to fight for the rest of this fight. And at the end of it, I will get 2 Berserk books. I don't know if they're particularly good in the game, but they sell for 4,000 each, so I'm going to do this twice, and that's going to get me tons of money that I can use to buy spell books. Very cool. The way we do damage in this game most frequently is by equipping a fire book onto our 4th party member, who typically has the best stats. For that anyway, for attacking, and then you fight with the fire book on your weapon slot. It's in the item slot, but you equip the fire book onto your weapon slot. It's kind of weird, but you do tons of damage. So like Min did 2,351 with the fire book. So yeah. So I'll get my 2 Berserk books now. I'll just put those in my inventory, and then I can leave it there. I don't actually have to do another one. In fact, I actually really shouldn't do another one now because I don't need to. Well, actually, no, we're going to the final dungeon. I absolutely should do another one. So the other combination that's really powerful in 2 is Wall Warp. So if you cast Wall on an enemy and it lands and then Warp, and the warp has to be, I think it's 2 levels lower to guarantee, or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a long, long time. Like since I knew the nuance of it, but it's like a 2-level difference between Wall and Warp. I don't know which it is. So if Wall hits, then Warp absolutely hits. So for example, now I'm using Wall. You can see that it hit the mage on the left, the mage underneath, the guy, like the soldiers and whatever. So it missed 2 soldiers and it hit everyone else. Min's warp spell is a higher level than Wall, so I think it's a 2-level discrepancy. So like Wall 2 levels higher. So everyone that Wall hit, Warp will absolutely hit, and it instantly kills the enemy. So it's like, I guess, the most broken spell combination in the game. The old-fashioned FF2 Nintendo route was you would grind your warp spell to level 5 and grind Wall to level 5 and warp to level 3, and that's what you would use in a number of boss fights. Sometimes as your main killer, sometimes as a backup in case your fighter dies, which can happen. It's definitely not a super safe thing by any means. Then it went down to level 3 Wall, level 1 warp. So obviously that was a lot faster to grind those levels, but it made it less likely they would hit. Then it was level 1 warp, level 1 wall, which is now, because that means you don't have to grind at all. It also means it's much less likely to hit. But it's one of those ones where it's like, you know, you can, like if you wanted to, no one's going to stop you grinding it out. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to level up a spell, you have to cast it 100 times. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can't do like 300 in a row to get to level 3. You do 100 to level it to level 2. And then 100 to level 3, 100 and so on and so on and so on. But in addition to that, a level 1 spell costs 1 MP to cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Level 2 is 2 MP to cast, and so on and so forth. So, not only... Actually, okay, the leveling system doesn't matter with that, but if you're casting the spells a lot, it's going to burn through your MP. So the reason why it doesn't technically matter is the optimal way to level things is to use them over and over and over in a battle. But the cool thing is, resack, some of the Zerk books, and on we go. That the game registers an action when you confirm the player's turn, but not the party's turn. So what you can do, cash 1, is complete an action with your main character Firion, then go into Maria's turn, go back, redo. Firion's turn, go back, redo, so you can just do your 100 spells in one fight very easily. So there we go. Got him. Oh, sad panda Charlotte. But I mean, it is wonderful to have everyone here. Come on, use your brain. My brain is foggy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 pixel remaster was fun. That's really good to hear. I mean, it's always really encouraging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When people say that the new versions or remakes and remasters of games are good, because it's really nice to have advocacy for games. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, exit book, and then down, left, 2, 3, up the wall, by wall, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So lots of books now. So I can skip a bunch of encounters, and I can leave dungeons, and I can kill things. So Cure Book Firion, Cure Book Maria, Cure Book Guy, Life Book Firion, and Exit Book Firion. And then Wall Book Maria. So if I didn't get Wall there, I can get Wall later in the run. So I call this early Wall. I think I'm the only person that's done late Wall. Not that I've got like a good time or anything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I think I'm the only one that's routed late Wall. Well, I could be wrong. It's very possible that like people have done it and I've just 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, just added on and done other things. Yeah, it's so hard. So something like getting chat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Like getting a voice call and just tell me what people are saying so that I can respond to things. I'll be like, super nice. 1, 2, right to wall. Over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shane's a great person. Something chill. I like, yeah. Shane's super nice, really patient. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Helpful, engaging. Obviously super good at 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No doubt whatsoever about that. Saving hard to do. Saving hard to do. Saving hard reset. Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. Pudding and mallow. Okay, so fight, and run. Okay, here we go, quickly. Ogre Battle, OB64, Ogre Battle Tactics. Tactics Over. Really loved Ogre Tactics Over. Never played it, but a lot of cool things. I don't know how to play what the game was. Yeah, 2's a really tricky one. You have to pay a lot of attention, and also it's like hard to find places. I find the maps really a bit unintuitive. But anyway, I didn't find the iOS 5 and 6 sprites that much. Pixel 1. So I think, yeah, Pixel 5 Remaster looks really good, and I like a lot of the music. I don't think I've actually heard any of the music from Pixel Remaster stuff that I don't like yet. It is the empty rooms. I didn't even know there were empty rooms, I'll be honest with you. I have not realized that there were empty rooms. But I believe it. Where are we going? Altar Castle. Monster Closets. I've forgotten everything about the base game. See, it's like... The other thing is like... Sometimes I see a perception that if you run a game, you know everything about it. And the more games that I run, the less 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I know about them. Metro. Like, it's really bad now. My memory is pretty horrendous. Okay. Right, now we get the next manip. So now I'm going to manip my MP. This one's... It's not hard, but like I said, Rusty is all hell, so hopefully I do it right. The first one's very easy. It's the second one that's hard with the movement. But we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. So fight, cure, Farian, fight bottom left, anti-Farian. That's turn 1. So using magic will up your magic and MP stats. Anti is a spell that lowers your MP. I don't actually know what else it does. It probably does something else, but I don't know. All I know is it does actually lower your MP. Cure Farian. So I spent quite a while. Okay, this is wrong. So let's go again. Really weird though. I don't know why it's wrong. Maybe I stopped holding up at the end. Anyway, here we go again. And then... There we go. But yeah, it's about buffering inputs, or buffering your movement to get into the fight, and then just doing the right action each time in the fight. Okay, so this is where I now wonder something's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. Ah, I'm an idiot. There it is. Well, I found the problem. Okay, here we go. Hey, Gonzalo. My row was wrong, which meant the guy couldn't be targeted, which will have affected something. I don't know what, but it will. So now, the fight should go correctly. There should only be 2 hornets in the second round of combat. Ooh. Because this has happened to me before, and I'm like, what's going wrong? I never know. So then the other thing is that at the end of this fight, I have to like buffer my movement when it finishes. Fight, Cure Farian, fight, and fight left. So now I need to be getting ready for this. It's not super difficult movement, but it's tricky enough. Alright, here we go. 6. Second forest tile, right to water and up. Goes. Second forest tile, into the water, up. Okay, single sprinter. And hopefully this will work. So fight, cure Guy. Guy fight. Anti-Farian. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, the encounter rate in 2 is super high anyway. If you couldn't skip encounters in the original one by healing on the tile before an encounter, cure self, cure Farian. Like, this run would be miserable. Anti-Maria. My favorite of the Marias. I don't mind, Sister Maria is fine, Cousin Maria, but like Anti-Maria is where it's at. And then we fight, and then at the end of the fight, I should have, I think it's 16 MP on Farian and 10 or 11 MP on Maria. I think I've got 21 MP on Farian once before. But anyway, they get MP up from both of those 2 fights. And that should be enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to finish the run. So the reason why we want MP is that we're going to be casting cure spells, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the tile before an encounter to skip the encounter in dungeons. So obviously you need to have enough MP to not run out of spells in the dungeon. World map, you skip encounters by saving on the tile before an encounter, get into the encounter, soft reset, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, and then you continue on. In dungeons, if you heal or cure on the tile before an encounter, 12, 1, 2, 3, each the encounter, and then you carry on. So the reason why we have Guy get poisoned, is so that you can continue to heal him. So in FF2, the really cool thing is you can potion someone who's at full health, but that would mean you would have to continually be buying potions throughout the run, which will obviously take up your inventory and cost money and stuff like that. Whereas with the cure spell, you can just what's the word? Refill your MP in an inn. So it's cheaper. I think it's cheaper actually. I don't honestly know is the reality. Like, because if you've got the Berserk books, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it might actually be pretty damn cheap to just potion your way. But I don't think you've got enough inventory for the final dungeons. Like, they're pretty long. I guess that's the main thing you notice about the game is that the dungeons are very long and very repetitive. I guess this is what we mean by like the empty rooms. And there are a lot of them. Yeah, it's definitely a big focus run is FF2. Oh, of course, then you've also got like the poison tick that runs all the way through the rest of the game, so that's really cool. Someone should make like an audio pack that changes the sound of the poison tick. Might make the run slightly more bearable. This is like when, for summer, when Nash and I submitted a race, and it was FF2 Nintendo versus FF2 Pixel Remaster. I think it was Pixel Remaster. I was like, that's a great shout, because it means that you actually get to see FF2 Nintendo at an event, and you don't have to have the sound on. Because it's just like, imagine submitting this to a marathon, and you're like, this is a really cool run, I care a lot about it, it's great, it's got cool fights, it's got lots of interesting tech stuff and whatever, okay, right. And then, the Games and Scheduling Committee watch the run, and they get a little bit in, and they're like, what's that really annoying, jarring sound? And you're like, oh, it's the poison sound. Why? Oh, because you get poisoned? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, up. Did I? What happened to my up? Thank you. And it's like, oh, does it go away? No, no, no. It's there for the rest of the game. Oh, okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm just like, how do you get that past? Who's gonna be like, oh yeah, great. Away we go. Spice blood. Sure. Definitely is a more metal name for it. I can get behind that. Oop. Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5. The inn. Get some mana. I don't even need to do this with Min, because I think Min leaves here. But whatever. I should probably have checked my mana on Thurian and Maria, just to see where they actually are at. I think the lowest I've seen was like 1510, and that's scraping the bottom of the barrel. That's you're gonna run out of mana in a dungeon, and if you don't have come on, brain, keep up. You can do this. Why is my brain effed? It's literally the worst. Okay. Come on, brain. You can do it. You can play a video game. Oh my goodness me indeed. Alright. Have to exit. Hard reset. Like, just thinking like how difficult it would be to navigate this game without any inside information. Because like here, it's just like you keep going to Parliament Poft and getting like airships places and boats places because you know where you're going. I don't even know if I would know how to get to places without notes. Salmando! I don't even know why we're going to Salmando. I just know that we are, though. And that's enough for me. Probably go to the warship. Imagine that's happening soon. Pardon me. Yosef! Oh no, we need to get the canoe first. Not the canoe, the ice sled. Whatever you call it. That's probably next in Semi-Cave. Methinks. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. To wall. Right to wall. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and hard reset. Oop. 4. So default to curing with Guy first because he's the one with no MP that we don't actually do anything. 2315? Huge! That's crazy. That's so good. That's actually insane MP luck. Whew. Six. Deary me indeed. Row action. To the adamante. Time to punch it with a book. So the thing with encounter packs in 2, crazy, just RNG. So if you get preemptive back attack normal, you can get it on normal fights, you can get it on boss fights. There's nothing, as far as I know anyway, there's no way to manipulate what kind of like encounter you get. I mean, okay, so again, if you do buffer everything, but keeping in mind you have to buffer like every single screen of every room to get the pack, but then also the really scary one would be you've got text boxes, because you can't frame perfect text mash, although you could try. So if there's a text box before a fight starts, good luck manipulating that. Joseph, you shall be missed. And ahoy we go. 7. Oh, my brain just let me down for a sec. Let me get me in. Thank you so much. So kind. Cheep, cheep. Chirp, chirp. Hey. A little reset. It's coming from the poison status. So, to skip encounters in dungeons, you heal the tile before an encounter, and that will eat the encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are safety potions. I absolutely do not need them this run, and I know I don't need them this run because I got 23 MP and I think 15 on Maria, but if I only got 1510, these are in case I run out of MP in the warship. Yeah, it's very jarring, not very pleasant at all, but it's part of the run. So yeah, the easiest way to be able to heal someone is if they're continually taking damage, and the only way to guarantee they're continually taking damage is to make sure they're poisoned. The good thing is poison effect doesn't wear off in Final Fantasy II. So if your character dies and they're resurrected, still poisoned. So here we go. 1 health, heal up. Would have got an encounter here. No encounter. Chivo! So yeah, it's like the thing that makes the run the most viable. But also the most annoying, I guess. 14. The only thing that you would be able to do in place of this, if you chose to, would be... Sorry. Wee sack. Farbook. Instead of poisoning and using cures, you could use potions, because you can potion someone who's at full health, but you would have to be continually buying potions so you didn't run out. And I'm almost certain there are dungeons where even if you had your inventory maxed with potions, it wouldn't be enough. Though I don't actually know. I mean, maybe the inventory is much more than I think it is. Like, I've never counted like how many encounters an individual dungeon has, but I know at the end you do 2 back to back. Like, I forgot what you call it actually. It's not Paramaki and the Pandemonium, but whatever it is. So So that would be one where I would assume that you would run out. Before you got to the end. But hey, maybe you could revolutionize the run and never have to get poisoned again. That would be really nice. Shit. No, it's fine. Okay. That could have been bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I overstepped one down. Fortunately, I had one step spare before the barrier. Or bollard or pole, whatever you want to call it. Rum pum pum. Rum pum pum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bum bum bing. 50 out of 2 or 100 spells to level up. So many spells. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I used to do the really stupid thing of equally balancing out Maria and Furion spells. So obviously the thing to do is just max out one of them, and then when they're done, give them, like, delete the cure book and give them another cure book, so it just goes back to 1. And then both of them are at 1, whereas the other one, they would both end at the same time, and you would need 2 cure books. Didn't always have 2 cure books to give. Sometimes I needed to use one on someone else. Well, I think I might have eliminated that with all the extras things that I have done since. Boom! I got the cash one. Eagle Torch. Alright, so it is 59 minutes past the 8th hour. So I'm going to get to the warship, save there, then we'll pause for tonight, and we will continue when I get up tomorrow. So we'll get as much done as... Got him. We'll get as much done as we can. If we need more time, then we can do that. A little bit on Saturday. If not, we can just run it into next week. Not a problem at all. Jerk, what am I doing? The scope is there. Okay, so one tableau, one. There we go. And save. Okay, pause. Boom. All right. Perfect. 9 o'clock on the dot. All right. I feel like it's been a long day. I'm very tired for some reason. But there we have it. So, that is going to do it from me for today. Thank you all for being here. Lovely to see you as ever and always. I'm going to raid Zero Scar, who is doing some FF12 any percent, the OG original. I'm sure Dusty 2 is not going to ruin his run in any way whatsoever. So yeah, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, and we will do some more Doggo percenty stuff. So as far as 2 goes, we're a decent amount of the way in with Warship. So in fact, I can just see we've done about an hour of the run, so it's probably about let's say worst case just 2 hours. And then we've got every other run after that. So like what a silly thing to be like, well, and then this is how much is that we're on, like literally FF2 after 4 hours. So yeah, have a great evening, everyone. Enjoy your respective Thursdays, and I'll see you tomorrow going into the weekend. All the best. Take it easy. Have a good day. See you later. Bye bye.